Hello, welcome back to Maths of Lloydie. This is our first one of the year. We're going to get paper 1 from 2016 done, and ideally I'm going to fill the library so that I've got all the past papers done, and then we'll start looking at some content that's more subject specific. Recently I've picked up a sponsorship with Grays Hockey, thanks to my man Carl, who's been paying lots of visits to the school, been very, very supportive. And yeah, my sponsorship's brilliant. Provided me with some excellent equipment. Got myself an amazing whiteboard for coaching. Got myself a hockey stick. And if you're a hockey player, please do have a look at the Grays brand. They've got such a great variety of sticks. Those for those of you that like to hit the ball hard, those who like to flick the ball, it's brilliant. So do go over to the website and have a little look at that. We've got the subscribers on here. We're over the 1,000 marks. I'm really happy with that. And we continue to push forward and increase our content. So paper 1, 2016, this is the oldest paper. I think this is the first paper that was released, and there's no preliminary material, so we just go straight into it and we start working through. Question 1. So a maths exam has 2 papers. This table shows the percentage of marks for 19 students for paper 2 of the exam. Circle the words. So that's really important. Words, and it's worth 2 marks. So they want 2 answers from you. So you've got a good chance of picking up marks here. If you don't know, just have a little guess. So because this is data, these are values, they're numerical, they have a quantity, it's quantitative. I can never say it right. So if it was colours, if it was red, green, blue, then we'd be saying qualitative. The type of data. Now, on myself, I had a little look at the mark scheme. The answer is discrete, but it's more, I picked discrete, but I want to explain why. It hasn't been rounded. So continuous data, I suppose, would be raw data. We don't know what these are out of. If these are out of 100, then these percentages haven't been rounded. If this is out of, let's say, 195 marks, it's very likely that these will have been rounded to the nearest whole number, but it doesn't say, so we're going to go with discrete. The table below shows information about the percentage marks for the same 19 students, and we need to fill these values in. I think when we look at these, you can put them all into your Casio and you can discover what these upper quartiles, lower quartiles are. But I'm going to go through this, how you do it without the calculator. And if you can do it quicker on the calculator, please do. So the lowest value, let's go through it. I should really be listing these as I can. So I'm going to circle all the 50s. And there's nothing that's a 40. So we've got 50, 51, 57. And now that I've wrote those, I'm just going to put a cross through them. I could have done that with the circle. Let's circle all the 60s. Oh, I crossed out that wrong one. That's 51 there. 60, that one's there. That's all I've got. My lowest one, 65, 65, 67, and then put a big cross through it again. 70s now. This is a good class. They've actually performed quite well. So 70, 70, 71, 75, 76. It's just dawning on me how I can actually present this data. I know you were probably shouting at the screen, but we can do a stem and leaf diagram just because our data is getting a bit big. Our amount of data. 5, 6. That's all of those 70s done. I'm going to continue with this. I can order it in my head as we go. So that's done. 80s. So we've got 80. Done. 81. There's 2 of them. Done. 82. And 84. Finally, the 90s. We've got a 90. We've got a 92. And we've got a 99. Well done to that person. Not that these people actually exist. Finally, just to check over, we've got 19 students. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 of them. Brilliant. Right, my lowest value, 50. So that's made it really easy. The highest value, 99. The lower quartile. So we've got 19 pieces of data. If I add 1, divide by 2, that's the 10th value, which is going to be at Q2. 19 plus 1 divided by 4 is my 5th value, which is Q1. That's also known as the median. This is also known as the lower quartile. And then if we times the lower quartile by 3, it's the 15th value, which is Q3, and gives us the upper quartile. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So the lower quartile, 65, that's worked out quite nicely. 75 for the median, and 82 for the upper quartile. And that's 4 nice marks, so please make sure you're revising your data. Okay, part C, I've copy and pasted this already. I'm just going to rewrite these because I need to draw a little bit. Because for part C, we're being asked to do a box plot for both bits of data. So I'm going to use the top bit for paper 1. Paper 1. Paper 2 is just going to be below. So paper 1, the lowest value is 45. So we have a nice long line there. It's got a lower quartile of 70, which I'm going to use a full box for there. Median 73. 1, 2, 2 before the 75. Make sure you're using a ruler and a pencil. 83, so 2 behind there. And I can draw my box up. And then the highest value at 90 just goes there. And we have our box and whiskers. Now that looks quite nice. Before I get into drawing the data, we can see a lot of that data is up at the top level. That lowest value might even be an outlier. Also, the median is quite close to that lower quartile. So the 25 and the 50% pieces of the data are very close. So there's a quarter of the results that are quite close together. Paper 2, we've got 50. That's for our low value. Our high value, I'll put that in now, is 99. Our median is at 75. Our lower quartile, 65. And then the upper quartile is at 82, 81, 82. Oh, it comes out so scrappy on the Surface Pro, but there we are. Okay, so what we're seeing there is, I don't need to talk about it right now. I can write it. So compare the performance of the students of the 2 papers. So overall, paper 2, and I'm going to go with this. Paper 2 achieved higher scores because it has a greater median. I'm going to put 75 instead of 73. However, it has a greater interquartile range of, and what is our interquartile range? 65 to 82, so that's 17 compared to 13 on paper 1. Therefore, their results vary more. Okay, it is 3 marks, so we're going to talk about the range. Paper 1's got a range of 45, paper 2's got a range of 49. So I'll say this is also supported with paper 2 having a higher range of 49. That was 49, wasn't it? Yep. As opposed to 45. That's great. Right, just before we go, because I think that's part D done. No, there's nothing else. I'm just going to look at that mark scheme, have a look at part D, have a look at what they're asking for. So let's go down to mark scheme. So yeah, so the first mark, comparing equivalent values. So the median, interquartile range, width of the box, happy with that. Compares the median in context. So the median was higher on paper 2, so on average they did better. So we definitely mentioned that. Compares the spread in context. So the interquartile range was smaller, so the marks were more consistent. Or of course you can say the interquartile range was greater, and therefore the marks were more spread out. So using that context is very important. You're effectively saying, this is what the data's suggesting, and you're explaining it to someone. Okay, team, that is question 1 done, and I'll see you at the next video. Hopefully you're watching through these in preparations for your exams. I'll see you at question 2.